What's up, everyone? 18 holes of misery, and we got another golf course that we're bringing to you today. Now, this time we're staying in the region of Peel, and we're checking out one of the city courses. And if you live in Mississauga, you've probably played this course, and obviously I'm talking about BraeBen, or as I usually always say is BraeBen. I don't know why I say it like that, but BraeBen. Now they have two courses. They have the championship course, which is what we played, and then they have an academy, like par 3 short course for juniors, but it's also a great course to play if you want to just dial in your irons. One of the main things that stand out about this course is that it was actually built on an old landfill. So it's one of the highest points in Mississauga with great views of downtown Mississauga, and you can even see Toronto, but overall just amazing views. The course opened in 2005, and as I mentioned, it is owned by the city of Mississauga. And what you're getting with this course is a true Scottish style course, very open, and BraeBen, coming from the Scottish terms, Brae meaning hillside and Ben meaning mountain. So you're getting a lot of hilly terrain, but overall pretty straight, pretty flat and open. Obviously, with it being built on a landfill, you're not gonna get trees, so everything is very open, which means it does get very windy sometimes, especially with it being elevated, but overall conditions of this course are very great. It plays around 6,800 yards from the tips, and I gotta say it is pretty tricky. The practice facilities are also great, as they have two different driving ranges, one of them for the public, and then I think one of them is for like their academy or for lessons, and they have a nice little putting green as well. Overall, this is the first course that I played in Ontario this year, so temper expectations, but overall I think I did all right. We're getting better, we're trending in the right direction, so just got to keep it up, stay consistent, and yeah, let's get into the course now. Enough of me talking, man. We'll see you soon. Hole number 1, starting off the day with a bang. Par 5, playing 502 yards. It's very narrow, and there is a few fairway bunkers trickled all the way down. The left side is heavily sloped, so stay away from that, and the green has one bunker on the front left. So we missed the first hole, obviously, because that grumpy starter was there making me nervous. I don't know what it is about city courses, but they gotta hire some more welcoming staff. That shot was terrible, not great, and then we end up scooping it out on our 4th shot. Now we are trying to be cute here, grab the 7-iron and just try a little bump and run, and it ends up being pretty decent. Now we have about 8 feet for bogey here, and we end up missing it and settling for opening hole 7. Hole number 2 is a par 3, playing around 144 yards. The left is completely out of play, and there's one bunker in the front, and the back is heavily sloped. I hit the tee shot off the toe, and it's weak and lands well short of the green. Now my second shot, I top it, and as I said, it rolls well past the green and down the slope. Now my next shot looks pretty bad, but it actually ends up being decent, and it leaves me with a solid look at 4. Unfortunately though, we leave it short, and we have to settle for a second double bogey in a row. Not great. Hole number 3 is a par 4 dogleg left, slight dogleg left, playing around 315 yards. Now, you can't see the flag from the tee box, so you just aim for the fairway, and the green has one bunker on the front left. I aimed for the fairway, but I ended up hitting it straight to the left and into some really, really thick shit. Now I'm hitting out of the rough stuff, so honestly we muscle it up, and we end up getting a great shot here. We landed on the green. Now our birdie putt is all right, you know, not the greatest, but we still have some work to do here for the par putt, but luckily we're able to knock that one in for one of our only pars of the day. Now we have our second par 3 of the day. This one's playing 131 yards. The green is massive though, and there is 2 bunkers in the front on each side. Similar thing here to my last one. I end up pulling this one off to the left and into the thick stuff again. I am doing my best here with what I have, and we do get it up, but it just isn't enough power, and we get it into the other bunker. Now, out of the sand, we learned from earlier, and we do a decent job here, and luckily, you know, we have an okay look at bogey. And this one really hurts, but we missed the putt and end up with another double bogey. Now, hole number 5 is a par 4 playing 314 yards. The green is pretty narrow and there's bunkers on each side. My tee shot is just off to the right, and you know, I thought it was going to be gone, but luckily we were able to find it, but it was into some really thick stuff. This is inexcusable. We chunk that one, and then the next opportunity we do pretty decent, like a solid shot, and we land it on the green with a solid look at par. Now the par putt is solid, but we do end up pulling it to the left, and we're able to tap this in for a 5. Nice ballet step there. Hole number 6 is a par 5, long, 441 yards, narrow fairway, some fairway bunkers, and then 3 bunkers on the right of the green and 1 big bunker to the left. My tee shot is just disgusting. I don't even think this goes past the women tees. Very gross and into the very thick stuff that I have to use a 7-iron here just to try to get it in play. We do that, and then we hit a great fairway wood. Awesome shot, just left short of the green, but really great shot. And then we do hit a little bit of a high pitch here, and it lands just short, trickles down for a solid look at par. That attempt is okay. We do leave it short and to the right, and we end up tapping it in for another bogey. Hole number 7 is definitely one of the signature holes of this course. Par 3, super downhill, playing about 138 yards, but I swear it's much shorter. Early on in the year, though, you're hitting off a mat. They do usually have tee boxes, but my tee shot is great. It almost lands in the sand, but it just makes it past and rolls pretty decently. We do have some work here for our birdie putt. I do end up leaving it quite short, but you know, we have a solid look at par, and luckily we're able to roll this one in nicely for another par of the day. Now we got another par 5. Hole number 8 is 475 yards. The fairway is pretty open, but obviously your second shot, you want to clear those bunkers in the middle of the fairway. And then the green is also a little bit elevated, and there's 1 big bunker to the right. My tee shot is amazing. Definitely one of my better tee shots of the day. Right in the middle of the fairway, had us with a solid look on our second. So I pulled out my rescue, and we hit another great shot. We cleared those bunkers, didn't make it to the green, but we're in a solid spot here. This is kind of where it goes bad. I end up topping this one. I think my head came up too fast and we rolled past the green. But this shot here is solid. Like, we put it a little bit higher front of the stands, and we rolled it pretty close. Par putt is absolutely despicable, though. We leave it like 3 feet short, and then yeah, I deserve to miss that one as well. Just a terrible ending here. End up here with a double bogey. Now the final hole of the front 9 is a par 4. It's a blind tee shot. You just want to try to aim it to the left. There's some a little bit of a hill and bunker to the left there. You want to try to get it over that, and you'll be in a good spot. The green is pretty big, and there's 1 bunker to the right. We were playing with this guy. He told us to aim for that left hill, and I hit a great tee shot. It literally runs really far down, and we have an awesome look at our second shot. Again, I'm not trying to be cute here. 7-iron, bump and run. Just try to run it right up to the green. I wish it went a little bit further, as it would have been even better, but solid here. And then this is our birdie putt. Long ways to go, and you know, I left it very short and to the right. Actually, I think it was pin high. Yeah, it's pin high and to the right, and we have that for our par. And of course we miss it because our putting is atrocious, and we end the front 9 with a 47. So, you know, 11 over par. Saying out loud doesn't feel that great, but it is what it is. Solid day. All right, guys, so as you can see, like, it's whatever. I feel like I racked up some strokes in unnecessary places, but overall, that was the first course that we played of the year. And yeah, I'm not terribly mad at it. I'm hitting them straight somewhat, and I'm getting better contact with some of my longer irons and just sort of getting a little bit more consistent. That was a few weeks ago, and I already think I've gotten better since then. The scores don't really reflect that, but just got to continue to get out. Enjoying it so much this year. I'm gonna get out so much. Like, stay tuned as always, guys. We got a lot of great courses coming up in the Greater Toronto area, and I'm going to TPC Toronto. I just went to the Heathlands. I'm going to the North soon, so stay tuned for those. Again, I got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. So if you love golf around the GTA, or if you're thinking about getting into making golf content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as I'm gonna start making tutorials about how you can do this kind of stuff. And trust me, you can do this kind of stuff. Just put yourself out there, and it's just great to see your progress anyways. So look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. It means the world. See you in the next video. Peace.